Hi everyone, it's Lynsey here, showing you how to make your very own bunny buddy from things you can find around your house. So first of all, just to check that you've got everything you need, we are going to need a sock. This is the basis of your bunny. It doesn't need to be white, it can be any colour of sock that you don't want to wear anymore. You're also going to need something to stuff your sock with. I'm going to use the other sock and some tissue paper that I got with a parcel recently. But you can use any type of paper, you can use rice, you can use cotton wool, anything you can find, other bits of material that you can stuff inside the sock. You're going to need elastic bands. If you don't have elastic bands, string or wool or thread will work just as well. If you have giggly eyes for the face, that's brilliant. I don't, so I'll just be drawing my bunny's face using felt tip pens. You're going to need scissors and glue for some of the steps. And if you have some, a little bit of cotton wool for the tail. And for the optional steps at the end, if you have them lying around your house, I've got a bit of ribbon and a little bit of felt as well. So the first thing that we need to do is we need to stuff our sock. So as I said, I'm just using some tissue paper. So just push that right in. And then I've got the other sock from the pair, which just goes at the top. And what we need to do is use our elastic bands. As I said, if you don't have elastic bands, you can just use string or wool to tie it instead. One goes around the top, like so. And another one we put a little bit further down, which is going to be around where the neck of the bunny would be, to make its head. So just goes around like that. Give it a wee move around and you're starting to get the shape of your bunny. Is to give your bunny buddy a face. Now, as I said, if you have giggly eyes, that's brilliant. You can glue them on. I don't, so I'm going to be doing all mine through drawing. So to start with, I'm going to give it a nice pink bunny nose. And colour that in. So you can just use felt tip pens for this. There we go. We're going to give it a little smiley mouth. And some whiskers as well. And two eyes at the top. I'm sure your artistic skills will be much better than mine, so you might want to give it some bunny teeth as well. But you want some form of bunny face for your bunny buddy. So our next step is to make the bunny ears. We do this by taking our scissors. Do ask for help if you need to. And cutting down the bit of material we have left at the top, just down the middle, like this. So this is going to make our floppy bunny ears. So right down the middle, in half, and you'll have your floppy bunny ears. Now, you can make these, you can leave them as they are, or if you want, you can cut them again to make them more into ear shapes. So you might want to give them a little bit of a pointy edge. Oh, I need to cut mine down a little bit further to make them a bit floppier. There we go. Got some bunny ears there. So now we're just going to add the finishing touches to your bunny buddy. We're going to give it a tail. So I've got a little bit of cotton wool, which we can glue on. If you don't have cotton wool, you could use some scrunched up paper. And again, if you don't have glue that's going to work on the fabric, you can just use some sticky tape instead. So we just glue that on to give it a little tail. Just like that. Lastly, we just got a couple of optional steps that you can do if you have the things, but don't worry if you don't. The first is if you've got any bit of ribbon, this is just a bit of ribbon I had lying around, you can give your bunny a little bow just by tying it around the neck, just like that. And if you want, you can use a bit of felt to make a different coloured tummy. So I'm just going to glue that on just like I did with the tail. Bit of glue and stick it on. There we go. And that is our bunny buddy.